Welcome back and thanks for joining us. Now, mental health disparities persist within the Black and LGBTQ+ communities, where individuals often face unique challenges due to systemic discrimination and prejudice, leading to higher rates of mental health issues. Now, to address this, more culturally competent and inclusive mental health support, co-founder and vice president of the Urban Restoration Counseling Center, Chanel Johnson, is here to just explain more about this. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, let's talk about first the importance of mental health help, specifically in the Black and LGBTQ+ communities.
Absolutely. So thank you for both having me here. For having me here. Urban Restoration Counseling Center, our job is our mission is to disrupt the cycle of intergenerational trauma that's passed down in families. And so one of the things that we work really hard to do is just to make sure that we have just normal and natural conversations around mental health. Anxiety really bothers everyone. Depression can kind of get a hold of all of us at some point in time in our lives. And so we really just try to normalize mental health and let everybody know that, like, we get it, sadness happens and you're not in this by yourself. How
important is a sense of community?
In the Black and LGBT communities and the queer communities, one of the things that we've seen over the years is we've seen that mental health isn't really talked about in the community. And so I am so thankful for millennials. I'm so thankful for TikTok and these new, because it really has pushed the conversation of mental health and has really widened and opened it up so that we can all begin to start talking about it a little bit more frequently.
Let's dive a little bit deeper into your therapy programs and what you provide.
Thank you. So we have an amazing program called Therapy for All. We just won $1 million from Alliance Healthcare Foundation.
That's
That's a huge thing, right? We just want $1 million to be able to provide free or no cost therapy or even low cost therapy to communities of color. So we are really out here in these healing streets trying to, break down the discrimination, break down the stigma that goes with mental health, and really be able to provide, services.
Now, if someone's watching right now thinking they want to get involved and get in contact with you, how does that happen?
Yes, I say yes.
Okay, yes. That's the first step.
Right, first,
be open to it.
You can find us on all social media platforms, Urban Restoration. You can go directly to our website. People really sometimes are nervous about even just making phone calls.
Yeah.
So we have a referral link where you could, send a link at 2 o'clock in the morning through, and we'll call you back the next day or, within a few days to check in with you to see, what kind of supports we have. So
in terms of ages, does it start as young as
5?
Wow.
Right. So we see people 5 and up, and Janelle, my executive director, she says if we're bringing a 5-year-old in, then we're definitely bringing mom and dad into, or grandma or whoever's taking care of kid. So that's where that intergenerational piece, where we really try to include everyone in the family to try to help support baby.
Now, especially during Pride Month, but all year long, if someone's watching and needs a couple of tips to get through this month or just mental health awareness, what are some things that you share with these people?
So first thing I would tell you is to learn to breathe, right? Learning how to breathe, and a true breathe from your belly is probably one of the things, absolutely. It's one of the quickest ways that you can kind of bring everything down, manage your anxiety, get a hold of your depression. I think the other thing is, I would tell people is you don't have to do it by yourself, right? I think sometimes we are embarrassed and ashamed of our mental health. And from someone who struggles with depression, who struggles with anxiety, who struggles with ADHD themselves, I'll tell you that you're not the only one out there by yourself. And so I say, if anything, get in the community, reach out to us. We have an amazing program with a new organization called Sanitas Health, where we're creating kind of a mental health support system, right? Outside. So people, because 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes you're going through and you're struggling, and that's really when you need support. And unfortunately, I'm asleep, at 2. So you can have that, you can get that support through, some of the services we offer here.
Really sounds like you're doing amazing work. We're really lucky to have you here in San Diego. Again, before we go, share with us how we can find you.
Absolutely. If you're out there and you're struggling with mental health issues, you can find us at urbanrestorationcounseling.org. You can find us on all social media platforms under Urban Restoration Counseling. You can follow me on SDJ Therapy on Instagram.
Well, Chanel, thank you so much. Looking beautiful this morning.
You too, and your flowers. I'm loving it. Yes.
We'll be right back.